fucking national anthem right before
I
they play
don't know what
the
y'all talking about.
Right,
national anthem.
you don't realize cable didn't exist, and so at night you actually had to go to bed.
There was nothing to do.
That
Yeah,
nigga
there's
said
nothing to
you had to
do.
go to bed.
Yeah, because there was nothing to do.
There was no video games. I must stay on the video game because
None of that
Atari
shit.
2600 only gets you so far.
And then you couldn't save shit, so you would have to start all over once you cut it off anyway.
Yeah, my first I had my dad growing up. He had I guess
Yeah,
whenever
that's
he
not
got
for
the
tomorrow.
Nintendo and Nintendo 64, I still had them shits. And I was
Yeah,
I had a
playing Segas
Sega.
and Segas. Yeah, I was about to say I used to have all them shits: the Segas, the Nintendos, the 64, the GameCube,
Yeah,
the
but
first
the
edition. All them
Sega
shits.
was like night and day step up from the fucking Atari though.
Yeah,
Atari was the shit.
64 bit.
Frogger,
We had an Atari too.
I don't even.
Nah,
Kung
Excitebike was and Kung Fu were Nintendo
That was the best
original.
game ever. That was the best game ever.
We had an Atari too. We got that shit later
Tarzan,
though.
motherfucker, Centipede, 10-yard fight, all that shit.
Yeah, 10-yard fight was Nintendo. Centipede was
Man, that 10-yard
Atari.
fight wasn't
Atari.
Nintendo, dog.
I mean, I've seen that.
Yeah,
No, it wasn't.
It had me though, but I was waiting on it.
I don't think there was a 10-yard fight in Atari, bro.
10-yard fight
Did we
wasn't
match
damn
yet?
Nintendo.
Yeah.
I remember playing that in the arcade though. 10-yard fight. That was an arcade game for me.
Pitfall. What else was the shit on Atari? Atari had some shit. My mom used to tear Centipede up.
Bye.
Balling with the Guru, episode 7, I think it is. I'm not sure. Yes, it is 7. We on deck right now. Playoffs, NFL playoffs, 2022. Sheesh. Nothing has changed. I see nothing's changing right now. Nothing has changed. Everybody has won their last game. Everybody's on Dizette. First seed still the same on both sides of the spectrum. I mean, you're looking at the playoff tree, man. You gotta see one. So I don't know. I think Ravens are on one, Cardinals on one. We have big games coming up tonight. The Bears, the number 3 seed as of right now, in the NFC will be facing the number 3 seed in the AFC. The Patriots versus the Chicago Super Bowl winning Bears. Then you got the number 2 seed in the NFC facing off with the number 5 seed in the NFC, and in that divisional matchup, the winner will be the crowned new NFC East champion.
I thought that was week 18.
That's tonight, baby. Tonight, baby. That thing about to kick off. That's tonight, baby. All right, so again, everybody's pretty much stayed still. The matchups are still looking the same going into week 17 with one more game left. We got 2 more games left, actually, week 17 to 18. And yes, sir, there we go. The playoff tree is the same right now. Although the Chiefs have lost, we got to go to the standings and see where guys are right now, because it is getting close. Even though the Chiefs lost, they're still sitting at number 6 right now. Man, it's big. Got to look at the AFC picture as a whole right now first. All right, so like I told y'all, when we advance, some guys will have the letter mark next to their name. So the Broncos are definitely in the playoffs right now. They're still number 2, with 2 games left to be able to try to still win the division. So their last 2 games are very important. The Patriots are still looking to win their division right now. Took a big loss to the Buffalo Bills earlier today. That was huge. And that put the Bills and the Dolphins 2 games behind the division winner of last year in the AFC East. Actually, they're the first seed of the whole AFC. And here's the problem with that. He got 2 tough games down the stretch. I think these games will make him playoff ready. But he also has to face the Chicago Bears. And then after that, he got the Denver Broncos, who's also trying to win for the division. So these guys are going to be playing starters late. So right now the Bills and the Dolphins are happy right now. I would say they in a situation. Did you split with the Dolphins?
Both.
Huh?
I split with both.
You split with the Dolphins and the Bills.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's huge. All right, so the Dolphins sitting at 9-6, the Bills sitting at 9-6, and wow, you know what? I gotta leave here. I gotta go look at the schedule. I gotta go look and see what happened between the Dolphins and the Bills. I know the Dolphins won their last matchup. Did they split though? This is huge.
I'm here.
So let's go find the Dolphins.
Bills.
Oh, you want it? Good. You want it? My bad.
Yeah, they split.
They split? Alright, so that's huge. Let me come out of schedule real fast and go back to the standings. And let's stay there. We gotta stay there for a second. What the fuck? I didn't mean to go back in there. Alright, standings. Here we go. We're going to shoot right to the AFC East. Alright, so this is what we're looking at right now. The Patriots are facing the Chicago Bears tonight, and then at advance they got the Broncos. And both those teams are in playoff mode too, along with the Patriots, because they try and move up in their seedings as well for the playoffs. So right now those games are super important. I think the Patriots, all they got to do is win one game and they win the division. But if they lose both those games, they split with the Dolphins and the Bills, and that's big coming down the stretch because they all already played each other twice, so all of them split. So if the Patriots lose twice, they're in a situation. Pressure on you, Nano. How you feel about that?
It's been on me all season.
Alright, motherfucker, we got Nano Morales tonight, I see. Okay, alright, now I know how to deal with you. Morales. Nano Morales is on deck. So the pressure been on you all season? That's what you saying?
Yeah.
Alright, so you make a statement like that. Why you feel that way? Why you feel like the pressure's been on you all season?
First place schedule, #1 seed in the AFC. Everyone want to take off my neck. Basically, yeah. That's why.
Oh, we had a hot take because I just set my microphone on fire. God damn. All right, so I mean, hey, listen, man, that is pressure. Playing the #1 schedule all year, that means you playing somebody after somebody, and as you can see, you still got the #1 division winners in each division, damn near, because you play the Broncos, who won the division last year, and the Bears, who won the division last year after winning the whole shit. So yeah, that's pressure right now, man. How do you feel going into it? Do you feel like you didn't take care of your business in your division, splitting with those two teams?
Yeah, I didn't. Not at all.
Do you feel like your division is getting better?
No.
Haha, Nano Morales. There you go. All right. Well, the Dolphins are rooting for the Broncos and the Bears, and so is the Bills rooting for the Broncos and the Bears. And what happens is, you know, if you do drop those two games, man, you're leaving it up to the Madden gods after that. But I see all you got to do is win one out of the two. You win one out of the two, you win the division. And you in the situation now. We go look back at the whole AFC as a whole. And 3 teams are in for sure, and the rest of the teams are fighting for those spots right now. So you got the Jaguars, who's won their division, the Ravens, who won their division, and the Broncos, who's still fighting to win their division, but win or lose, they're in the playoffs. All right, so the Patriots are fighting for their division and their playoff lives right now. And so is the Browns, so is the Chiefs, so is the Chargers, so is the Dolphins and the Bills. So we really got a big race over here. And if you look at the tree, I don't know if I could predict anything, and I wouldn't, but what I will say is, you know, looking at the playoff tree, we still got the Chiefs and the Browns to play. That's a big game. Nano, can you tell me the Broncos' last 2 games? He got you who he got this week, I mean?
He's got me the last week, and this week he has the 49ers.
All right, so he got the Niners. Niners already hit him up looking to play. All right, bet. Now I need the Chargers' last 2 games. He's playing Mike right now, right?
Yeah, he plays Mike this
He's
week.
loading on.
And
And then he got the Jets.
Last week he got the Jets, was it? No,
I think it's
Raiders.
Raiders, all right, yeah. So,
Yeah.
and their record is 10-5 right now. So, all right. So we rooting on Mike right now. We rooting on Mike to motherfucker pull off the pull off, the great pull off right now. All right. If the Chargers win their last 2 games, they'll probably move to the 6th seed, or they could stay at 7. And if the Chiefs, who the Chiefs got? They got Boone and who else?
Let's see. Chiefs have Boone and Titans.
All right, so the Chiefs they already got 5 losses as well. If they can split 1-1, I think they'll be comfortably in the playoffs. But if they somehow lose 2, they in a situation because then that give them 7 losses. So the Chargers and the Chiefs cannot lose 2 games in the last 2 weeks. They gotta split to be able to keep themselves in the running. And then the Bills. I need the Bills and then the Dolphins last 2 games.
Alright, I got you. Bills going to it right now. Bills play Packers and Steelers.
Both. Hopefully we can get the Steelers to play that game. Even Hero Burgers. But if they don't, they ain't been playing. They not consistently playing down the stretch. So that's 2 wins.
Dolphins have Bengals and Ravens.
Ooh. And Circle Bob trying to play spoiler, so he gonna play both those games. He gonna have to play both those games. So that's down the stretch. So the Dolphins, man, hey man, I think he wouldn't want it no other way. All right, so the Dolphins, out of the Bills and the Dolphins really got a hard 2 games left. I think the Bills kind of is going to be up in the air if those guys play or not. Hopefully, I can get those guys to play so we can give it a full, real fight. Give everybody a real fighting chance coming down the stretch. All right, so that loss to the Patriots didn't secure the number 2 spot at all for the Broncos. The Broncos lose to the Patriots. The Patriots will go from 3 to 2, and the Broncos will drop down to 3. 2 wins for Corey can probably move him to the 6th seed, and 2 wins for the Chiefs will probably keep them at the 6th seed. So if they both of them guys win, they'll stay the same. If Corey win 2 and the Chiefs lose 1, Corey will move to the 6th seed, and the Chiefs will move back to the 7th seed. Boone is in the mix too with 5 losses as well. He got to win out. If Boone win out, he'll stay at 5. But that's another team that the guys that's looking on the outside end to get in will have to go. Now, if somehow, some way, Nano and Boone finish with the same record, Nano will have the head-up game, so I think that will keep you in front of him no matter where you go. But your job is to split right now, and if you split, you win your division, and you stay at 3. Depending on how Shogun's finished too, he can move to 3 as well, or he'll sit at 4. But you want to stay at 3 or move up to 2. So I mean, the ball is in your court right now. The Patriots are in a situation where they can go to get the 2nd seed if they win out. Simple as that over here. So that's the fight over in the AFC. It's really still 2 weeks left. It's really coming down to the wire with those teams over there. And then the NFC, you got a couple of teams vying for the for the first seed. So the teams that have a legit shot at the number 1 seed still will be, give me a second. All right, Nano, I need the Cardinals' last 2 games.
All right, going to it now.
LA Rams.
Cardinals.
We didn't even hear this weekend. Hold on, Taylor.
Cardinals' last 2 games, they have the Rams and the Seahawks.
All right, so if they win, they in. They hold the first round bye. All right, but then on the flip side of that, you got the Giants and the Eagles who playing for their division, and they're playing for the 2nd seed or the 5th seed. It's that simple. The Bucks are in that situation too, and the Bucks and the Bears both need the Giants and the Eagles to lose a game. They need them to lose. Now, if the Giants lose, if the Giants was to lose a game, they will have the over. They will have it over the Bears. So that would drop the Bears from 3 probably to 4, I would think, or 3 to. Now the Bears gonna win their division. If the Giants will go 5, even though they got the head up over the Bears will win their division. So if Giants lose to the Eagles, Giants go to 5 no matter what. If the Eagles will go to 2 if they beat the Giants, they're gonna go to 2 at advance. If they win that game, right? So that's that. And on the winner of this game, Week 17 is going to win their division, unless they slip up Week 18 and
the
lose.
Eagles play the Bears in Week 18,
and that's the big thing right there. So the Eagles got the Giants and the Bears coming down the stretch. Wow.
And then,
hey man, you win those 2 games, you deserve the number 2 seed. If you split, if it's going to be games you split, you wanted to be with the Bears. You want to beat the Giants,
Jags.
right? So the Giants got the Eagles and the Jags coming down the stretch. And Eagles got the. This is crazy. All right, this is nuts over here coming down the stretch, man. But we want it no other way right now. This is really crazy. So let's play the what if game. Let's say the Eagles beat the Giants, they win their division, but then lose to the Bears. Then the Giants still have a shot to win the division.
Yeah, so it'll come down to Week 18.
It'll come down to the Madden gods.
Split. Yeah.
Well, the Giants will have a head up because they beat the Bears. So, like, I would think that the Bears can go. If they all finish with 3 losses, would it be the Bucks that would slide over top of everybody and go to the number 2 seed?
No, the Giants would get it because of the division record.
You feel like your division is getting better. So the Giants will either go to 3 or 2, right?
Yeah, because of the division record only. Because I think he will only lose 1 game in the division.
I lost 1 game in my division too, though.
All right, so I think let's just go this way. If the what if game, if the Eagles beat the Giants, and then the Eagles turn around and lose to the Bears, they all gonna finish with the same record. Would that put the Bears at the 2nd seed, or would that get the Bucks a 2nd seed? The Bucks lost to the Bears though, right? So would that get the Bears the 2nd seed and can move the Eagles to the 3rd seed? I would think. All we know is
might push the Bears to 2. Yeah.
Right. So all right. So let's just do it like this and make, instead of being complicated with ifs. Cardinals are gonna probably stay at 1 because of the 2 games they got left. So the 2, 3, and 4 can change between Giants, Eagles, Bears, Buccaneers. If the Eagles drop 2 in a row, they will have a head up. Didn't you on the football team split? You split with the.
I'm 4 games. I'm 3 games behind them, so I'm not even in the conversation.
Listen, you split with the. Did you split with the Eagles?
Yeah.
All right, and if the Eagles drop 2 straight games, y'all got the same record and y'all split. So that can change some things too. That can go.
He got 2 losses. That would only give him 4 losses. I got. 5
he got
losses.
3 losses. Oh, he got. Yeah, nah, you're right. That give him 4 losses. Oh, yeah, my bad. I was. My bad. I thought I saw 3 losses next to him. My bad. That's a 13. You right. All right. So realistically, the Giants, the Eagles.
40. Can he go?
4 from 5 on the 40.
He going in?
Yep. He going in. Yep.
Yeah.
Giants,
Yeah, he
Eagles, Bears, Bucks all have an opportunity to move up move their situations, right? So I would think first things first, it would come down to the Giants and the Eagles plan, and they plan for their division right now. So that's a big situation right now. The football team after a win, they clinch, and same thing for the Lions. They win, they clinch, and then that'll be our 7 teams in the NFC. Lions, football team, Bucks, Bears, Eagles, Giants, and Cardinals. So the AFC got a lot of things going on for the last 2 weeks, and the NFC, like I said in my last Ball and Guru show, I said that their situation is really just going to move up who's going to move and what slot, what seed would they go to. Everybody almost a sure locking over there. You already got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of the 7 teams already secured and locked themselves into a playoff situation right now. So that's the playoff tree, man. Let's go look at what's going on with awards right now. With 2 games left, let's see who's close to doing what, when, where, and how. All right, so we look at the stats. Before I go to the actual awards. I want to go to NFL records, and we're gonna do game stuff, and then we're gonna go season stuff. Somebody burning a fucking house down. Let's see if my son get up. Let's see if my son get up and wave that motherfucker. There you go.
I'm looking at these stats.
All right, here we go. GETA Styles.
Wow.
Quarterback passing yards. All right, so what I'm gonna say, okay, yeah, Computer Love. All right, here's the thing though, Computer Love, right? But he played the Seahawks, and he did that shit against the Seahawks where he put up some numbers like this. Yeah. See what happened when guys win? See what happened when guys is winning? See that energy? Can't let guys win. Energy changes. Oh my God. All right, well, to his credit though, he did do it. He did put up those type of numbers on the user. All right, now my stats second right here, Computer Love. Second, third, and fourth. Computer Love shit. So, all right, let's go to passing touchdowns. Baker Mayfield 11, and that wasn't a computer game. That was on a human. That was on Coach 404. Kyler Murray, Computer Love. Lamar Jackson, Computer Love. Twice, and then you got the Saints Computer Love as well. But stats are stats. We allow guys to play the computer. The computer rules will be in at the end of the season. Guys don't have to worry about that going forward. Now let's look at rushing yards in the season right now. All right, so I mean the game. We're going game. Ronald Jones 353, twice 319. And then J.K. Dobbins tied that with 319, so they in second place. Ronald Jones again, Dobbins, and then Casey Fields with 300 yards rushing in the game. So the runners, man, 353 is the new game stat. Single game stat. 353 is the situation over there. Now rushing touchdowns, Ronald Jones 8, 7. Then you go back down to 1929, and the fullback has 6. Alvin Kamara in 2020 did it, 6 touchdowns. Ronald Jones 6. Dobbins up here for 6. And that's it. Other than that, it's all old veterans, right? All right, so let's look at receiving yards. The Saints receiver 647 yards. The Saints receiver, his name had changed about 12 times in a matter of 3 advances. 545 and 454. Schwartz with 423. The Bengals receiver Bolden with 422. Anthony Schwartz comes back 400. Waddle did it last year, no computer game, 381. Hollywood did it, no computer game, 366. Schwartz did it 2022, computer game, and Hollywood Brown 360. That possibly could have been one as well. Receiving touchdowns in the game, Schwartz got 8. The Saints receiver was 7. Hollywood was 6. Schwartz was 6. Tight end Bryce Moss was 6. Saints receiver again. Like, how this guy name just changes in the same season like this? Like, who is it?
I think it's a different person.
Nah, it's not. Same guy.
I can go check.
It's the same guy. He changed his name.
I don't know who Hudson is.
Alright, so we do have, you know, you never think that we'll see anybody up here with receptions in a single season game, but, you know, again, we allow the computer games to happen, and you'll see Anthony Schwartz with 20, but he did that in a user game against the Saints, which made the Saints turn around and do 19 against the Panthers. So, and in 2022, Rondell Moore had 18 catches. Trey Burton for the Bengals in 2021 had 18 catches, and Anthony Schwartz did it in 2022. It came back with 18 catches. All right, let's look at the sacks. Anybody in this era? Hammer, Nasir Dean, 2021, 6 sacks last year and 1 game. That's it. That's up to date right now. He's the only person on that list. Interceptions in the game. We got a bunch of guys up here. You got Joshua Moon did it against the Cardinals, got 5. Bradbury, I don't know what game he did that in, but he got 5 in that game as well. That was a human game.
Against the Packers last year, human game.
Okay.
All right, and then that's it. I agree with you, young Cam.
Funny as shit.
What do you say? What you say?
He said that don't count.
Against who?
Yeah, no, I don't know. Against the Packers.
All right, let's look at seizing situations right now. And the season passing yards, Kyler Murray 6,855. Kyler Murray 6,578. Baker Mayfield this year, 6,231. Lamar Jackson in 21, 6,129. Jada Styles, 2022, 5,819. So obviously the first like 6, 7 people up here are all from our era, 2021. Patrick Mahomes, 5,729. So when you look at Patrick Mahomes, he will have the true user stats when it comes down to those 5,729 passing yards. Um, Although a lot of his games were some forced wins last year as well too. So, but he didn't play it though. But it's Patty Mahomes. All right, passing touchdowns in the season: 89 for Kyler Murray, 81. So 2022 he's at 89. 2021 he at 81. Lamar Jackson at 60. Baker Mayfield at 60 right now. 2022. Lamar Jackson at 58. 2022. So it's possible he could beat his that's 60 from last year. Russell Wilson for the Giants are at 56 right now, 2022. Somebody looking to try to get back to an X factor with their veteran quarterback. And then you can go down to Patrick Mahomes. Teddy Bridgewater did 54 last year. Saints Jada Styles at 54 this year. Rushing yards in the season. All right, nobody's going to catch this at all, I don't think. I mean, it's possible. We do got guys like Nano that slid his way right back in the mix, though. But 3,334 yards with 2 games left. Ronald Jones is literally he's not even really alive right now. He's a ghost. That's why he's running for all these yards right now. He's not. He's a zombie out that bitch. Casper, guys don't even see him on the field no more. It's his soul running, not him no more. J.K. Dobbins, 2,833. Waddle doing that on real niggas. Okay. He doing that. He did that last year on real niggas. Yes, he was. All niggas. All right, so Bucks did it last year, 2,708 yards. Casey Fields this year, 2022, the rookie with 2,608 yards. Think he might have the best rookie season from a running back so far. J.K. Dobbins, 2,554 right now. Saquon Barkley, 2,504 yards. So look at Barkley, Dobbins, and Ronald Jones are in their second season with 2,000 yards or more. Elliott was a 2,000-yard back last year as well. So was Barkley. Trill Williams. Who expected Trill Williams to rush for 2,000 yards this year? And then a lone old Eric Dickerson is sitting there in 1984 with 2,105. Rushing touchdowns, Ronald Jones 53, fucking ridiculous. 48, that boy is something different. J.K. Dobbins 41, J.K. Dobbins 33. Elliott had 32 last year. And then we go down to ETN, who has 2021, he did 28 touchdowns. And then young Casey Fields is all the way down at the bottom right now with 27 with 2 games left. All right, receiving yards in the season. Byron Kitchens, the Saints, 2024. How his name go back to Byron Kitchens? This motherfucker is who is he? The Faceless Man? Oh yeah, we are in Game of Thrones. That's your new nickname for your receiver, the Faceless Man. He trained Arya Stark. God damn, this man name done changed about 12 times right now. All right, so 4,004 yards for Byron Kitchens. Anthony Schwartz, 3,000. This, oh my God, 3,000. You know what? 3,262. Waddle with a true. Now, Waddle out of all these guys on here, true 2,681. Because Hollywood played computer games last year too, so that 2,575 is some computer games. But Waddle played all users to get to that 2,681, so it's still more impressive than Schwartz and Byron Kitchens. Tyreek Hill as well, 2,473 yards from Rondell Moore. Isabella, both with 2,000-yard receivers last year. And then you come down to Rondell Moore and Waddle are doing it again this year, 1,890. Waddle numbers are down, but it's still doing what he do, right? And Rondell Moore numbers are down to 1939 with a couple games left. Receiving touchdowns in the season, Waddle with 42. Through all the shit that guys got going on, Waddle had a true 42, and you know he's gonna lose this record, but we still gonna respect him as the best that ever did it. Schwartz with 38, Hollywood with 30 in 2021. Bryce Moss with 30. I respect that guy from the tight end position with 30 touchdowns. He is a monster. He's the best tight end in the league. Isabella had 28 last year. This year, DK Metcalf has 27. Tree Owens, 2022. That's 27 this year. Rondell Moore 26 and Rondell Moore 25 in the last 2 seasons. So 21 as a rookie, 25 this year, 26. Catches. Anybody on this list? I think we're gonna see Schwartz on this list, and that about it. Might see somebody else.
120.
Yep. So Anthony Schwartz with 128. Stephon Diggs did it, but that was 2020. We wasn't playing yet. So he's the only guy on the list with receptions, 128 right now. Defensive sacks, though. Do we got any of our veterans up here? So always the Washington football team is going to have somebody. If it ain't Chase, it's going to be Sweat. 2021, he had 22 sacks on the season. Khalil Mack had 21. And then that's it. They the only two lone up here by themselves. Let's go interceptions right now. Darwin James, 16, 2022. Stephon Gilmore from the cornerback position with 15. They said, he ain't ready to retire. He is reborn as a Giant. All right, so we can go down to who that Josh Jacobs for the Lions, 13 for 2021. Joshua Moon's at 13 right now, 2022. Xavier Howard sitting at 13. He did that like 2 years in a row, so he's that guy. And Melifanu for the Lions, 13. So the Lions got guys really getting interceptions right now, both their guys. So that's what's up. And that's your season numbers and all that stuff. And let's go look at the awards, see who's doing what, when, where, and how. All right, so first of all, I want to go over the Coach of the Year right now. So the Coach of the Year are, to me, I think this is supposed to be what it is right now. All right, so you got the young coach Nick Sirianni for the Philadelphia Eagles is sitting up here at 13-2, and you know the masses are saying that they are playing the hottest football in the league right now. Urban Meyer's out here. He just left the bar grabbing a young girl titty, and he's up here on number 2. Joe Judd sitting up here at 3. Kingsbury at 4 for the Broncos. Goat Falk is at 5. John Harbaugh at 6. D West at 7. Griffin Murphy for the Patriots are at 8. Eugene Hoops for the Chargers. Coach Carter. I wish you'd have named him that. And Dan Campbell for the Lions right now. Your top 10. So the race is between these top 3 right here. Sirianni, Meyer, and Judd. All right, now with that being said, let's look at your MVP. I don't care what happens going forward. Nobody's going to be able to top that 3,000 plus yards and over 50 touchdowns. Ronald Jones will be our second consecutive 2 years in a row MVP. But just for shits and giggles, Kyler Murray is second on this list. J. Jawan Hudson. I thought his name was Byron Kitchens just 2 minutes ago. Jesus Christ. All right, J.K. Dobbins. So the faceless man is third on this list. J.K. Dobbins is 4. Lamar Jackson is 5. AFC Offensive Player of the Year, Anthony Schwartz, Lamar Jackson, J.K. Dobbins are your top 3. Fields, ETN, Mayfield, Moss, Herbert, Waddle, and Najee Harris. We got 2 rookies on this list for Offensive Player of the Year. In the NFC, your top 3 are Ronald Jones, the faceless man, Kyler Murray. And then rounding off the top 10 will be Barkley, Trill Williams, Tree Owens, Rondell Moore, DK Metcalf, Deshaun Watson, and Isabella. All right. Defensive Player of the Year in the NFC is Stephon Gilmore sitting on top of this list. Jalen Johnson is second for the Bears. Melifanu for the Lions. All right, and then you got Joshua Moon, Devin White, Troy Akpe, Marcus Peters, Jabril Cox, Rasheem Yates, the rookie, and Marshawn Lattimore. AFC. Huh? Nah, you can though. Wow. Yeah, roll that shit up and smoke that shit. That's what I said. Think I didn't hear you? Who you talking to? All right, AFC, Darwin James, Defensive Player of the Year. Coach Carter always got Darwin James up here, man. Pain in the ass. Young rookie, AI, Anthony Israel, sitting at number 2 for the Baltimore Ravens. Xavier Howard is number 3. Javon Highland, 4. Captain Baltimore and Donovan Steiner at 5. Clyde Sampson, a young rookie corner. Hammer Nasiruddin. You got Marlon Humphreys, Trill Williams, and Adolphe Owe are your top 10 AFC Defensive Player of the Year award racers. With Darwin, Israel, and Howard are the ones that, you know, should be racing for this race. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Casey Fields, Bryce Moss, Joey Adai, Vince Weber, Tim Howard, Brett Williams, C. Randy Moss Johnson, Jim Brown II, Solari, and Pooh Hanna. All right, so you go back up to the top 3 rookies. You got Casey Fields, Moss, and Adai. I do think this game right here between the Chargers and the Colts, if can determine, you know, who moves up this board. If Adai can have a great game and kind of hold Bryce Moss to not a good game, he'll jump you. Simple as that. So the NFC rookies, your top 3 are Faceless Man, Tree Owens, and Jada Styles, with Sheldon Ward, Doolittle, Deion McCoy, Freddie Minor, King James, Deion Jones, and George Nelson are your top 10. The race is between Hudson, Owens, and Styles right now. Defensive Rookie of the Year for the NFC, Rasheem Yates, the young safety for the Lions. You got the Cowboys, Johnny Hales, the practice squad savior. Von Teller, the linebacker, I don't think get enough credit for what he's doing as a rookie. Von Savage, we already know who he about. This guy's name was made early and often. From the time that the Eagles picked him, he's been something that's been very special in the league right now. Really, really special player. Antonio Rice, Coach Shelton, Thad Carmichael, defensive lineman, Silas Burgess, Jeremy Cumberland, and Devon Gaffney for the for the Rams. The AFC Defensive Player of the Year goes as following: cornerback Anthony Israel, cornerback Clyde Sampson, defensive end Jose Cuervo. Outside of that, we got safety Rodney Harrison, cornerback Alonzo Battle, linebacker Ray Lewis II, P.J. Leonard, defensive end, Tarquin Battle, linebacker, J.D. Green, defensive end, and Vernon McElroy, a cornerback. So the Chargers hit on both their corners. Both their rookie corners are in the top 10. All right, so let's go look at best quarterbacks in the NFC. Kyler Murray, Tom Brady, and Deshaun Watson. I'm going to say some things that some people might not like when I'm done with this list. So let's just go through the 10 real fast. Murray, Brady, Watson, Fields, Styles, Mon, Russell Wilson, Doolittle, Freddie Minor, and Trey Lance. Out of the rookies that's on this list right now, the 2 guys I'm going to respect the most are going to be Doolittle, and I'm not even going to go Fred Minor because he hasn't, not playing a lot of his games because he missed a host of games when he took his little weekend vacation. So I'm looking at, in the NFC, Doolittle, to me, is playing the best football. He was a bad call away from upsetting the Super Bowl champs last night and really changing the playoff pictures over there, man. 1-inch yard line, they call a fumble when his whole body was in the end zone. D. West cheating ass rushing 2. All right, so although Kyler Murray is the #1 quarterback in the league, the next 2 I'm going to give props to right now. I still think Deshaun Watson is playing the best quarterback, is the best quarterback in the league right now this year. That's my opinion. You don't like it, I don't give a fuck. And here's why. He's over 70% completion, and he's playing all his games, so his numbers that he's putting up is true stats. Now, just because I'm saying that, listen, guys don't play, and we active as shit. That's why I allow guys to play the computers, and I will put the computer rules in at the end of the season, so guys can calm down some and bring these numbers back down to reality right now. But outside of that, Deshaun Watson, to me, he's playing great football. He's been playing it all year long. Tom Brady, what can you say about Tom Brady, man? We think he should have retired already 10 years ago, but he hasn't. He's still balling right now, and what he does is he plays at a high level. When his team asks him to be a quarterback and put them in a situation where they got to pass the ball, he does it at a high clips, over 70%. He's probably got the highest completion percentage in the league. And he's still Tom Brady, man. He throws the ball very well. And he's throwing the ball for a lot of yards, considering that you're dealing with a running back over there with 3,000 plus and over 53 touchdowns. Tom Brady's somewhere between 4,000 yards already as well. too. So that shows you how good the Bucks offense really is right now. So I really respect these two guys sitting on this list right now. I love Jada Styles. Because I do think he's going to be able to build off of it. Although I know those numbers come down when you're playing all user games, but I'm just put it like this: I can sit here and say, "Oh man, computer games, computer games." I seen him do it. I know who the users was, but I seen him do it. So you gotta give him his credit, right? Now, Danger Rush went from probably not going to play in the league no more to fighting his way back to an X Factor. This guy been throwing 6 and 7 touchdowns a game lately, so keep him in mind. Let's see what happens with this Russell situation right now, and they got a match up tonight, so I can't wait to see that. AFC quarterbacks right now. All right, so Lamar Jackson is 1,500 yards on the ground as a rusher, and almost 5,000 yards as a receiver right now. I mean, as a quarterback right now, sitting at 1. Baker Mayfield at 2. Now Justin Herbert's 3. Tua Tagovailoa at 4. You got Brett Williams, Patrick Mahomes, Mac Jones, Josh Allen, Solari, and Sam Russell all round off your top 10. All right, I do love what Justin Herbert is doing. He's another guy who's played all his games, so his numbers is pure. So is Tua Tagovailoa as well. Brett Williams also. So the AFC look like they can hold it down at the quarterback position. All right, best running backs right now. J.K. Dobbins jumps back over top of the young rookie. Casey Fields, Travis Etienne. I think this race is a two-man race because I don't think the Jaguars are going to really be trying to, run Travis Etienne down the stretch. I do see J.K. Dobbins stand on top of this list because he has to run him because he has 2 big games he got to win. So, they're the top 3 though, and then you got Najee Harris, Derrick Henry, Joey Ajayi, Austin Eckler, young rookie Vince Weber, Javonte Williams, and Clyde Edwards-Helaire. NFC running backs as follow: Ronald Jones over 3,000 yards, Saquon Barkley over 2,000 yards, Phil Williams over 2,000. Tyson Williams over 2,000 yards, DeAndre Swift over 1,000 yards, McCaffrey, Gibson, Antonio Gibson, the Schlepp-on back. Mostert still holding it down, and Michael Warner is the back that we want to know if he's going to be in Chicago next year or not. Kamara and Deion McCoy are your top 10 over there. They got some good backs over there. Just don't think they messing with the AFC backs. Wide receivers, you got Faceless Man at 1, Tree Owens at 2, Rondell Moore at 3, DK Metcalf at 4, Isabella Darden, Sheldon Ward, the young rookie, Devontae Smith, Ross, and D-Hop on this list. So you see the Eagles receivers are in the top 10 right now, 2 of them. And then you also see the, did I see 3 for the, did I miss Isabella? Yep. So you got 3 for the Cardinals sitting up here as well. So this race, I like these receivers over here. You can argue that they're deeper than us at receivers than the AFC. You can argue it. All right. You can argue it. I didn't say they had it. I said they can argue it. All right. So back to the AFC receiver to look on this list: Schwartz, Waddle, Tyreek Hill, Hollywood Brown, Jamar Chase, Moss Johnson, Rashad Bateman, Hamler, Boykins, and Pooh Hanna. Sitting on the list of your top 10. It looks like this battle will be between Schwartz. I don't really see how Waddle, Hill, or Brown can really test Schwartz for this jet sweep Schwarty, so he should win that hands down. Best lineman, your top 3. I'm not going past that. Nelson, Falk, and Ramczak are your AFC top 3 linemen. NFC, you're looking at Trent Brown, and a great trade by the Bucks. Lane Johnson. Shout out to those that are trying to take care of their mental health, man. Lane Johnson in real life walked away from football to work on his mental health. Ronnie Stanley goes from the Baltimore Ravens in the AFC to the NFC, and he's number 3 on this list. D lineman, Montez Sweat, dog. Aaron Donald, monster. Brian Burns, computer love, monster. Donnell Hunter and Khalil Mack are your top 5. AFC, best D lineman goes as follows: Myles Garrett, Jose Cuervo, P.J. Leonard. So your top 3, you got 2 rookies sitting up here with Josh Allen at 4, J.D. Green, another rookie, Rose in his 2nd season. Agba been holding it down for the Dolphins since day 1. Clowney, another rookie, and John Buchanan for the Colts, and then veteran Bradley Chubb, your top 10. But your 3 races between Garrett, Jose Cuervo, and P.J. Leonard. All right, best linebackers in the NFC: Troy Dye, Jabril Cox for the Cowboys, Ezezie Ojulari, Devin White and Hassan Reddick. Then you got Shaquille Barrett. So you can see all those superstar linebackers for the Bucks are on this list, and they all right next to each other. So you go back down, you got White at 4, Reddick at 5, and Barrett at 6. Young Parsons is back again, 7. Deion Jones, Roquan Smith, and young Johnny Hales sitting on here. Your top 10. Linebackers. AFC. Adolphe Owe holding it down. Hammer 2. Ray Lewis is 3. Ravens. Joey Bosa, Tarquan Battle, one of the Battle brothers. Jerome Baker, JOK for the Colts. Brewski for the Patriots. Darius Leonard and CJ Mosley. So out of all these guys, you got 1, 2, 3 rookies on this list. Best DBs: Darwin James, Xavier Howard, Anthony Israel, John Holland, and Sampson are your top 5. To round off the 10, you got Merlin Humphreys, Donovan Steiner, Trill Williams, Rodney Harris, and Rock Ya-Sin. NFC best DBs: Stephon Gilmore, Old Man Gilmore, Gilly Locke holding it down. Jalen Johnson is making himself the #1 corner over there for the Bears. Melifanu is also stepping up as their #1 corner. Joshua Moon is a freak-ass safety. Troy Akpe is probably, to me, is the most impressive one up here. We know the speed is real, but the overall and awareness is not, play record's not there, so for him to be on this list, that speaks volumes. Marcus Peters saying his career ain't over yet. Not so fast, my friend. They heard the rumors the Eagles were trying to get rid of him. He stepped up. Carlton Davis III for the Bucks is sitting there. Rasheem Yates, Bradbury, and Lattimore. All right. That's your award winners. That's all the racing that we talking about tonight, man. Short balling with the guru, because we got some games I need to be watching right now. Tune in to the Eagles and the Giants. They both been quiet for the last 5 to 10 minutes. They might be playing already. Holla at me.
We're starting a little bit.